Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now it's dark, wet and cold. There's thunder and lightning here in Portugal today. Perfect weather to check out some black metal. And I've been looking forward to doing this video because I knew that we've had some super black metal bands on this year. Perfection black metal. It really couldn't get any better. Long tracks to take you on a journey, got emotion to them, all the rest of it. Just amazing, amazing music. Great videos as well to go with it. And yeah, I've just checked through all the black metal vids that I put out this year, which were a number about 10 or 11. I'm telling you now, every single band that I put on in the black metal shows this year is amazing. And I couldn't spin them all again because they're all really long-ass tracks as well. So I've whittled it down to just 3 bands today because the 3 bands that I've pulled out are the bands that have got a bit of a different edge to them. They're not just straight up black metal, or they're very extreme black metal, something that you don't normally hear every day with that much energy. That really caught my ear. Or as well with the first band, this band really haven't got enough followers and subscribers for the quality of the music that I'm going to show you today. So I really want to try and get this band more followers if I can, because they just really deserve more listeners than they've got. So that's going to be the first band we check out today, Fardeaux. We checked these guys out. I said their music was absolutely perfect. It was. They've got a hell of a long track for us, which is why I'm only going to do 3 today. 11 minutes long this track is. It's called Silver Crack, but I tell you now, if you like doomy, dirty, sludgy black metal, this is a very, very nice track. Let's check it out. Sick. Great drumming.
their journeys long to the crater, still heavy and clumsy steps. On every footprint traces dissonance, spitting its seed on the pale line. The waves of light, radiating through the sky. The earth quaking and smoking, pivotal. Shields never creeping and dragging. Nothing is disrupting it. Contemplation. Niech jest niepojęte. Niesławne pływa. Streets of silvery hills always swell. Beyond the fire in the stars, a oracle across the sky. Fresh around, the philosophy awakens to what the hasty twilight. The breeze of this for my own steel, leads this joyous fabric in past.
Dope. Nice stabby chug to this one as well. It's got a power behind it. Sick drumming. Nice vocal layering. Yeah. Dope. Cool. Some nice extra lead sections in this one as well, not just riffs. Now this track is 11 minutes long, so they've got the time to do it, but they do throw in everything to this track. Bunch of different styles, a bunch of different edges and moods and stuff going on. Great. Superb, amazing track, 11 minutes and 10 seconds of perfection music, in my opinion. I couldn't say anything to these guys about how they could improve this kind of music, because they've put so much in there. You know, you wouldn't say, oh, well, add a section like this or add a section like that, because they've got it, because they've had 11 minutes to get all that stuff out, but they do it so nicely. It's really aggressive and kind of powerful at the start, blazing, and it moves on a bit. It moves into more of a breakdown, an atmospheric section, then builds it up. The drummer does such an amazing job in this track of moving through those sections and bringing in and out the double bass and the blast beats, working all the different cymbals, and the cymbals are nicely panned across your ears, so you hear all the different cymbal changes as well. Yeah, he just does such a great job of moving the track. Nice riffs and stuff in there as well, but the drummer really does do the kind of the biggest work there of moving from one section to the next, moving the energy, going from blazing double bass to pulling it away. It really has a big dynamic shift within the track. So great. I love the lead sections in this one as well. There's 3 or 4 lead sections and solos in there, which are really nice. Breaks away from the low and the riffiness and the chugginess of the guitars. Again, just gives the track more dynamics. The vocal in there is perfect. It's aggressive, it's dark, it's deathy, it's blackened, it's gravelly. It's just got all the great tones and timbres that you want to hear in an aggressive black metal vocal. Sounds absolutely great. And for 11 minutes, they just filled it out nicely. It's like an album in one track, pretty much. You know, but when you write tracks that long, and you can move the listener in such a great way, it doesn't matter how long the track is, because you just get lost in the music. You know, you lose all sense of time. That track could have been 5 minutes long or 15 minutes long for all I cared then, because I just was engrossed in the music. Great video to go with it as well, blackened video to go with it. It's telling a story about the silver crack and all the rest of it as well. So they've got a vibe and a reason behind the music as well, to get behind a fantasy element to the music, which is dope, which is black metal as well. ticking all the boxes. And if I were to tell you that this band have got 30 subscribers on their YouTube, less than 300 on their Facebook, and less than 400 on their Instagram, you should know that that's an absolute crime for a band of this caliber. Now, I don't know if they're just a new band and they haven't got about yet because they're kind of fresh out the gates kind of thing. Hopefully that's the case, because this band need more listeners. It's as simple as that. This is some of the nicest black metal that you're going to hear for this long track stuff as well, because they don't just work it in the normal way. These guys are more powerful. They're more aggressive than some of the atmospheric black metal bands that we had on, which I could have spun today. But those bands, although they're, in my opinion, they're creating perfect atmospheric black music, again, with these long tracks that take you on a journey, you get lost in them, all the rest of it. Those bands do sound similar to each other, whereas I thought this band had their own edge. They had a nice aggressive guitar tone, more chugs and stuff in there. The drumming was just sick in there as well. And I thought these guys were just a bit more aggressive and deathy, I would say, than an atmospheric black metal band who are doing quite similar music, but just a bit more atmospheric. So that's why these guys are on the list. And I really want to hear more of this band next year and try and get them more listeners and get to know them more, because that's just amazing music. Now, this next band that I want to mention, this is one of the tracks that I enjoyed most out of all the tracks that we spanned this year. It stuck in my head. I went back and listened to it a bunch more times because the energy in this track is just amazing. It's full on all the way through, blasting extreme black metal, and they just capture the energy, the sound. The video's great to go with it as well. And just really get into this one every time I spin it. So yeah, really enjoyed these guys. Gorgon, the track that we checked out was Death Was Here. This is a great one. Go. Relentless. That was a superb track. The energy in this track is just so great. I love the video to go along with it as well. I think the video just absolutely tops it off. He looks great in the video. It comes across as well with that power, with that aggression. The drumming again is absolutely... Black metal drummers are some of the sickest drummers in the world. Death metal and black metal, in my opinion, is where drumming is at its kind of peak at the moment, and they still keep pushing the envelope further and further, and thinking of new beats and going even faster and mixing it up even harder. But yeah, death and black metal drummers are just next level compared to everyone else, because they got the speed and the accuracy, but they don't just kind of sit doing that. They're all over the kit, working the cymbals, doing all the different tings and crashes that you can do to get different sounds out of the kit. Musical drummers that go along with the riffs. Just amazing drumming. I love the vocals in this one as well. Aggressive. Just going. Everyone in this band is going off. The riffs are great. Thrashy. Sounds like it's in standard tuning as well. So it's not that deep and dirty, chuggy sound. It's really thrashy. Down, 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 down. Love it. I just get straight into this one. It gets going straight from the get-go as well. And you're just like, yes, I love it. So if you ever want a blast of energy, I guarantee this is a great track to put on. Very, very cool. That's a band that I want to check out a lot more in the new year as well. We only checked out these bands once this year because I didn't put on as many black metal shows as I do some other genres. I'm trying to get my audience into black metal slowly and surely and playing them really great bands. But yeah, all of these bands that are on in today are bands that we got to know very well throughout the year because we spun a bunch of their tracks. They're just getting through once and you just go, holy shit, this is an amazing band. I need to go off and spend more time checking them out. So hopefully they release some more music videos and we can do that via the show next year. Same goes for this band. This is Praise the Plague, who we're going to finish off with. They've got a longer track again for us, 8 minutes. This track is called Beyond. Let me get it on the screen. Here we go. Great sound and mix to this one. Yeah. This one has got such a perfect sound to it. All the members of the band are coming together. Creates a big, epic sound. Love it. It's deep, it's dirty, doomy and sludgy. Yeah. Very, very nice. Love this one. Amazing. This is perfection in my opinion. These guys absolutely nailed everything that they could within this track, within the sound, within the mix. The video's sick as well, although I do think it's a Chariot of Black Moth. Yeah, it's a Chariot of Black Moth one, so no wonder it's good. It goes with the music, but man, this is just perfection to me in my opinion. The sound that they've got on this one isn't typical black metal. The guitar tone's way more grisly and dirty and sludgy. Any sludge band would love that guitar tone, and it brings in a different edge to the more, you know, like we had with Gorgon, who've got a way more thrashy guitar tone, and Fardeaux had a different guitar tone as well, more stabby and chuggy. These guys are deep and dirty and sludgy, and it's just such a great sound for the black metal vibe. The vocalist does an amazing job with a more atmospheric, long, drawn out, screaming vocal rather than any stabby or fast punchiness to it. It just brings an epicness to the sound as well within the vocals tone. It's got a great gravel and that blackened edge to it as well. Just amazing. The guitaring in this one is super nice. The way they bring in the extra tremolo riff parts to soar over the deep and dirtiness just sounds amazing, balances out the guitar area. You can always hear the bass in the mix doing its thing in this one, and it's got a great tone. The drummer again, absolutely 10 out of 10, sick. Drumming today that we've had on, and drumming in black metal in general, is just unreal. And the way that they do so much within the track, bringing in the different beats and where they bring in and out the double bass makes such a big difference. Working all the different cymbals, there's a lot of crash and wash sound in this mix as well, which I think balances out that high end. So it's, you know, they're just filling out every aspect and frequency that they can with deep and low, bassy, dirty, guitar-y sounds. So some more tremolo stuff for the mids. Then you got the vocal in there as well, and then the drums and the cymbals in the high end just to fill everything out. There was some synthy bits in there as well, just to add a bit more depth and atmosphere to it. These guys know exactly what they're doing. I'm pretty sure, again, they need way more followers. They got 1,300 on Facebook and 1,100 on Instagram. And for a band of this quality, putting out this, I would say, perfection music that you really couldn't expand on or make better. It's just as good as it gets, and it's a long track with a bunch of different stuff going on. It moves you through the track. It's not just here's a section or here's a verse, here's a chorus, and that's just done. It's mood music. It's just amazing music. This is next level music compared to a normal song, in my opinion. You know, it's above and beyond a normal song. This is kind of a piece of art, a piece of musical art, audio art, and you just get lost in it. You know, it's just, you just get on board and get lost in it. Amazing bands. Now, as I say, all of the bands, the black metal bands that I put on this year were amazing. I'll just quickly do a shout out to some of them. We had Agrippni, who was amazing, Aquilus, Anti-Ritual, Asklask, Selbst, they're all amazing. Humanity's Era S, Seth was an amazing band. Der Wegein of Freiheit, Gospelheim and Breath. I mean, if you like black metal, just go back and check out, just type in black in the search bar on my YouTube channel and check out all the black metal vids that I did this year, because all the vids that I put on were pretty much handpicked by me from the internet, the best of the best stuff that I heard coming through. So I knew that they were absolute quality before I put them on. And I'm hoping that as we go into 2022, more and more black metal bands are going to notice this channel, because we're not big on the black metal really. It's more of a core channel. And hopefully we get these kind of quality bands making submissions so that I don't have to just pick them out from the internet. They actually want to get on the channel and hear me talk about their music, because as far as I'm concerned, this is some of my favorite music. I know I go on a lot about grindcore and hardcore and chaotic music, but black metal and atmospheric black is up there with it for me, and death metal as well. I just think those are the absolute pinnacle. So you hear the best musicians in that kind of genres. The drumming is just unreal, next level drumming. It's the cutting edge of drumming. If you want to hear the best drummers in the world, black metal, death metal, grindcore, that's the places to find them, in my opinion. So just amazing music, amazing bands. And hopefully in 2022, we'll be checking out a lot more of it, and the audience will be getting on board with it a lot more as well. So if you're new to black metal, or you're still on the fence about black metal, here is 3 10 out of 10 bands to check out. And if you like this stuff and you start to think, yeah, I'm actually starting to enjoy this, go back and check out the other black metal videos that I've put on this year, because they're all amazing. And that's all I can say about it. So I hope you're having a good day today, guys. That's going to be what we check out today. I've still got more amazing bands to recap on, because we really did get through some great music this year. It's been a great year for music in general, I would say. If you've been looking on Facebook and stuff, and people are doing their end of year roundups like I am, and there's some sites where you can kind of click who was your favorite album released this year. I tell you, it's tough to just pick a few of those, because when you look down the list of the albums that have come out this year, it's just 10 out of 10 after band. Amazing. So it's been a great year for music. I think maybe lockdown and the COVID situation has actually really helped out the creativity of music. It's not done so well for gigs and things like that, but because a lot of people were just stuck in their house. I know I did it. I put about 8 or 9 albums out last year. I think a lot of bands have used the time, whether it's in lockdown or just being inside in general, to write some really great music, and now we're starting to see that coming through. Amazing. So hopefully next year we'll get even more of it. We'll see you around, guys. Bye.